I'm Win Mitchell. I'm welcoming you to Boothbay's first beer fest, sponsored by Maine Brewers Guild. And it wouldn't be, if it wasn't for the Maine Brewers Guild, this would be nothing, obviously. So every brewery in the state of Maine is represented here today, which is a first. It's a first fundraiser beer festival for the Maine Brewers Guild held ever. We focused on not only the great beers made in Maine, but trying to have great food and a great experience for not thousands of people, but for hundreds of people, and make it a lot of fun for everybody so they could meet the brewers. A lot of the brewers are here today, so take advantage of talking to these guys. It's a lot of fun. They're passionate about their craft. We also have a special guest today, which is Sam Calgione, good friend of mine. He's pouring some phenomenal high-end stuff in here. If you haven't had a chance, try it out. What I'm going to do now, real quickly, we're going to do some raffles, but I wanted to let you know about the silent auction that's happening in here. All the proceeds of this event go to support the Maine Brewers Guild. So, bid high, bid often. There's been a lot of people in the town and elsewhere that have ponied up a lot of great stuff. All the breweries, most all the breweries have put stuff that are great. I mean, a year of beer, you can't beat that. A place to sleep after you drink beer, that's really cool. And a big kudos to Spruce Point Inn for catering this event. We wouldn't be able to do it without them. They also have ponied up a phenomenal two-night oceanside stay that we're actually going to, we'll probably live bid that one, I think. So, but that'll be at the end. We really want to put a big kudos for them. So, where do you want to go from there? Thank McSeagulls from downtown. They're pairing up some food with Shipyard Brewing. All of our volunteers. We got a bunch of people volunteered to help with all the horrible jobs. And I'm going to put Kai Adams on. He's been a member of the Maine Brewers Guild way longer than I have. I shouldn't be talking. But he knows a little bit more information about it. He wants to talk, and then we'll get Sam up here real quick.
Hey guys, thanks for coming today. It's been awesome, great weather. He's left out two very important people. It's Lori and Win for doing this today. Let's have a huge applause. Erecting tents, smoking meat, getting the licensing, putting it all forward. It's been fantastic. And we couldn't ask for a better day. Great beers. Thank you.
There's Fred Forsley, so from Shipyard.
You know, honestly, I'm 51 years old, and the biggest reason this happens is in the last 5 or 6 years, a lot of new blood and excitement has come into the beer business, especially the group here and a lot of the other brewers. And thank you for all your support locally here in Boothbay. Cheers. Enjoy.
Thanks. And Sam, you want to come up here and say something real quick, please? In between the raffle, we'll try to keep people's attention.
Just to echo what's already been said, is you guys really put the hardest work into this. I'm Sam from Dogfish. We're very proud to be the guest brewer here this year. Hopefully we get to be invited back, and hopefully this event continues to happen every year because it's a wonderful cause. The goal of the Maine Brewers Guild and all the state Brewers Guild is to promote and protect local small breweries, and so Dogfish is just very proud to be involved in this cause for a state that's near and dear to my heart. The namesake of our brewery, my folks have a cottage on Pratt's Island, and when I was out for a run with my dad, and I told him I wanted to open a brewery, I was 24, and I thought he was going to tell me, that's not going to happen. And instead he said, hey, Dogfish Head would be a good name for a brewery when we were jogging by the sign. So I'm here by the grace of Maine as a Delaware brewery. I'm very proud of my Maine roots, and thank you guys for all your hard work on putting this together.
This is Heather representing the Chamber of Commerce from Boothbay Region.
We'd like to thank all the brewers for coming. So what we did is collected business cards for those who brought them with them, and we'll let Frank pick, and first prize is a 1-year membership to the Boothbay Harbor Region Chamber of Commerce, supporting your business. Woo! Reed, business card in. Andrews Brewing Company. Thank you.
Wayne and Lori, Cody, they're really their family put in the most hours to this, and were gracious enough to open up their world to all us beer fans and brewers. And I'm just really proud to be involved because of the cause. The Maine Brewers Guild, like all the state Brewers Guild, has a noble cause, which is promoting and protecting small local breweries. And it's getting more and more difficult, even though more and more Americans are trading up to better locally made beer. The big breweries, frankly, are getting bigger. There's more consolidation. Two giant international conglomerates control over 80% of the beer market, and yet there's over almost 3,000 breweries in America. So there's something wrong with that picture, and small local breweries need to grow, and events like this help small little breweries grow. I got into brewing when I was maybe 22, and I started home brewing in my apartment in New York City. And then I came up here to Maine, and I was an apprentice brewer. I paid to be an apprentice brewer at Federal Jack's Brew Pub in Kennebunk. And then I went down and for free just volunteered at Shipyard Brewery. So my commercial brewing roots started in Maine, and then I opened my brewery in Delaware in 1995.
Did you do something with surfboards? Was that you?
Yeah, that's another awesome Maine company called Grain Surfboards. I think they're out of Wells, Maine, down south a bit. And we do a beer. They hand make their surfboards out of sustainably harvested Maine cedar wood, and we take some of those cedar scraps and we age a brown ale on them called Grain to Glass that we do every fall. So again, our Maine roots run deep.
Oh, that's right. You were in the Discovery Channel show called
Brewmasters, right? It was in Discovery's Brewmasters show, and one of those whole episodes took place in Maine. And my buddy, local best buddy growing up, was Colin Yench, a lobsterman, and he took us out on his boat. And didn't make it into the show, but it was an awesome part of the day. And then we had a big lobster feast out of my rocks that Wynn and his family helped us do for the show. Yeah, what goes around comes around, so I'm glad to be back home.
Awesome. Do you know how many people are here? Either one of you, Cody?
We estimated it's somewhere around, between all of the volunteers, the brewers, around 700 people.
700?
So for a first year festival, that's pretty epic, and again, a lot of the proceeds from the ticket sales are going to the Maine Brewers Guild, which is perfect.
And I heard the food was great, and you got a perfect Maine weather day.
Yeah, a little warm, but a nice breeze, and couldn't ask for a better day. All right, buddy. Good seeing you.
What really started it was years ago, 3 or 4 years ago, we started doing beer. We had the wine and beer shop here, and we started doing tastings of some of Dogfish beers because he would come up in the summer and he'd give us a night over at the country club, and we'd do a beer tasting dinner there to showcase some of his beers that we sold in the shop.
So that was Sam?
Sam, yeah.
Sam Calagione of Dogfish.
Yep.
And so anyway, we've done a lot with him, and last year we helped him with some of the filming for Brewmaster show on Discovery Channel. And so I think it was just, he called me up, and he's on the National Brewers Association. He's on a committee to go around and help bolster each state's individual Brewers Guild. So he called me up and said, hey, Wynn, I'm going to be up there at the end of July. Can we get a few Maine brewers together and do a beer festival at your place and showcase your brewery that you're building? And I said, sure, I'll have to go to the guild and see if they can, if they want to do that, and if we can get a few Maine breweries to show up. So a few of us got together at the guild and talked about it. I had some interest, and so we put it out to the whole Maine Brewers Guild. There's 22 of them, and every single brewery wanted to come. So it just kind of took on a life of its own, and from that day forward, which was only maybe about 4 weeks ago, we've been working every day just to get our place ready to be able to accept what we thought would be 500 or 600 people, and sure enough, it's been a huge success. We've gotten the tents through the Boothbay Civic Association. They graciously helped us get the tents set up yesterday. The big tent's ours, but we got the building pretty much ready, looking as good as we can. It's not finished on the siding, but we're working on it. And my sister came from South Carolina to help with the food. We're pulling Southern barbecue. Big spread of that, all supplied by the guild. The ticket included the food, which we wanted, and small tasting portions of beer.
which just showcased quality beers, not quantity. And everybody's just having a great time. There's some quality people here, and this is the type of event that Lori and I and the whole region really want to see, happen here in Boothbay, is bring in these younger crowds and older crowds too, but it brings in a whole new face. It adds to what we have already in the region.
Can you tell us the story of the brewery, how that started and where it's going now?
Well, my brewery was just, once I met Sam in 2005, we got interested in his beers, actually from Lori's brother. Introduced me to some of Sam's beers, and once we got into that craft beer revolution, I kind of created myself, and I just wanted to try making beer, and one thing led to another. I thought that would be a great thing to do here. So we bought this property up here at Boothbay Resort with the cottages that were here. We've added some, and now we added our wine and cheese shop, and now we want to add the brewery, which will just make it a complete little destination, help draw people down the peninsula, get people to stay with us and other people. And by pairing Spruce Point in, a huge kudos to Spruce Point for stepping up and offering up catering free of charge to the Guild, showcasing everything they have to offer, everything the region has to offer. Tidal Transit showed up to showcase what he does, brought some charts to show how great the region is to kayak in and to sail and boat in. Nick Seagulls and the Boathouse Bistro came up and paired up with another brewery, Shipyard, I think, to show the pairings of beer. And it's not about a 16-inch light beer anymore. It's about 16-ounce light beer. It's about quality beer, just like wine is now. They pair it with food, and it's really a great venue to do that.
So you had all 22 of the small craft Maine breweries?
Every single brewery in the state of Maine is represented 19 here. There was 19 to start, there was 20, and 2 joined just so they could come, and plus us. And then we had Dogfish as our guest brewery. So really 23 breweries in all.
Right.
It's taken a lot of planning to take care of this many people, but it's come together without a hitch.
Yeah,
some great volunteers.
We really could not have done this by ourselves, our family, our friends. I mean, we have 75 volunteers for this. Yeah, and it's just amazing how everybody has pulled together and made this event happen literally in a month and a half.
Yeah, it would be a lot easier if we had more time.
Yeah, and we're already having people come up to us and saying, please do this again. We've been to other beer fests around the world, and they're really begging for this to happen again. So if we have that privilege to do this once again, we would love to open up our town, the whole Boothbay region, in order for this event to happen.
We had somebody come up, just a lot of people have come up today, but they really focused on this isn't a normal beer fest that I go to where they're pouring lots of beers and that's all there is. This is more of a European style beer festival where there's a huge spread of food, controlled portions of beer that if you just pan around, you'll see people eating more than you will drinking. It's one of those things that's what we want.
Yeah. We have tickets that are designated drivers, so we have water stations everywhere that's free for them. We have lots of food, as you said, and it's a great thing. It's for everybody. It's everybody.
And you estimate like 700 people here. How many could you house here, and how many did you send to the rest of the region?
We were half full to start with beer people that come for our shop mainly, but we instantly filled up. We've sent lots of people downtown to other lodging establishments.
Go back to us.
We sent out an email to everybody saying, hey, this is happening. We're going to be sending people downtown. We got the trolleys from Wiscasset, the shuttles from Wiscasset. Ford donated a van, as well as Spruce Point Inn's running their van. Rocktide decided to finally get their trolley up here and bring some people, so that was great. They started getting people staying with them. All of a sudden we're realizing this is a big draw. This is bringing lots of people. And that with coinciding with the scavenger hunt, and actually the last night was the golf scramble at the country club. They were taking a portion of the proceeds to put into the Brewers Guild, trying to get people to come that extra night, which we had people do.
Staying the whole weekend.
Stretching out the weekend just for this event. And combining it with that scavenger hunt downtown, which you still have time to do. Go find those empty beer bottles in all the shops, and the prizes are huge. A lot of the retailers all donated some wonderful prizes.
Over $600 worth of prizes.
Not to mention the silent auction stuff there. That's just really
so
great.
Grateful. And
Balloon rides, whitewater rafting trips, night stays. Spruce Point Inn's got a huge...
Over $700 worth for that one overnight stay oceanfront. So that's incredible.
Yep. So
we have people from Germany and Poland, and I mean, this has brought people from all over the world, not just New England or United States. I mean, I talked with someone from Germany, which was just phenomenal. So it's gone viral.
Awesome.
We were on Hot Press. Josh came from Hot Press and did an interview with us, and he did a great job. We love Josh. And Portland Press Herald, go. We love them. They did a great job on Portland Press Herald. So we're very grateful for the press. And Wayne Sheridan is here today from Coastal Journal.
As well as Elise from
the Boothbay Register. So
we'll see a lot of stuff in there.